Greetings Kambo warriors, it's John here for Planet Kambo. In today's video I'm going to talk about Rapéh and the way it's used, the way it's applied and the tools that are used to apply it. So Rapéh or Rapéh is a traditional tobacco based snuff. It's used by indigenous tribes, it's made in the jungle and it's used for various reasons. So Rapéh, as I said, it's a tobacco snuff, so it's a grey sort of brown powder, a very fine powder, and this is used as a snuff, which means it's blown into the nostrils. That's the way that it's applied. So Rapéh itself, it's made from tobacco. The tobacco is dried and then crushed into a powder, and it's mixed with ash. So this is usually bark from a tree, from various types of trees or plants. They burn the bark, they create the ash, and they mix that together, and you get the Rapéh. And there can be other ingredients involved as well, but depending on the ratio of the tobacco to the ash, you're going to get different strengths, you're going to get different feelings when it's used. Tobacco heavy blends tend to be more powerful. They can make you a bit more nauseous when you use them, whereas ash heavy blends tend to be a bit sharper in the nose and a bit lighter in the feeling. So Rapéh is used for different things. It's used shamanically, so it will be used in ceremony. It's a clearing tool for a shaman. He can use it to clear himself, because Rapéh is purgative. So if you use certain types of Rapéh and you do a large dose, it's going to bring on a purge. It's going to make you nauseous, and then the person using it will probably vomit. And that's a clearing process for a shaman. So it can be used like that. It can also be used to ground. It can be used for meditation. It's a very powerful medicine. So it's to be used with respect and to be used correctly. It can be used in conjunction with Kambo. It can be used in conjunction with other types of plant medicines. And yeah, as I said, it's a powerful medicine in of itself. It can be used alone. And if used in the right doses, it can be incredibly powerful. So as I said, it can bring on a purge. It can also bring on visions when used at higher doses. So that's the Rapéh. The way that it's applied, it's blown into the nostrils, and it's either blown by another person, in which case you will use what's called a Tepi, which is a pipe. Here's an example of a Tepi. I'll show you another example. So that one's bone. This is a wooden Tepi. And here's another bone one, a smaller one. It can also be used by yourself, in which case you use what's called a Kuripe. And this is a V-shaped self-applicator pipe for blowing into one's own nostrils. That's an example of one there, bone one. And here's another example. This is a wooden Kuripe. So with the Tepis, they are shaped in a certain way. It depends what type of wood or what type of bone it's made from. Personally, I prefer ones that have a conical shape. You can see this, it's got a slightly larger end and then a smaller end for going into the nostrils. I find this is more conducive to being able to blow properly when you use one that's this shape. You do get bamboo ones and other wooden ones that are more of a straight shape with less of a taper. I personally prefer these. And essentially what happens with this is it's put into the nostrils, and then the other person is able to blow like that. And with regards to a Kuripe, obviously this is for personal use. The same technique applies. You put the Rapéh into the Kuripe, you put it into your nose like this, and then you blow, and it sends the Rapéh up. And this is how Rapéh is used. It's not snorted, it's blown, and it has a different effect in that respect. So now I'll explain how the Rapéh is actually used, how it's applied. So firstly, you put the Rapéh out into your hand. You put an amount out on your hand, depending on how much you want to use. And I'd recommend, if you've never used it before, then use a very small amount. You want a pea-like amount to start with. Start with something small and then see how you find that, and then you can work your way up to larger amounts. So the Rapéh is placed into the hand, then using the end of the Tepi pipe, you flatten it out like this, and then you scoop it up into the pipe like that. And then you can just tap it on your knuckle like that to send the rapé down the pipe, scoop it up like that, and then you would place it into the nostril of the person receiving, and then you would blow. Traditionally, it's done left nostril first, which signifies death, and then you do right nostril, which is rebirth. So that's how you use a tepi. And the Kuripe is much the same. You have the rapé, you scoop it up like so, and then take a breath in, into the nostril, and then you blow. I'm not going to blow it right now because I'm making this video and I don't want to blow rapé right in the middle of making the video. And when you're giving rapé to somebody else, rapé is all about having an intention when you use this medicine. So the person receiving the rapé will set an intention for themselves, and then the person blowing the rapé will put their intention into the rapé, into the blow, and the person blowing their intention is that this person's intention will come to pass. So depending on the setting of where it's used, various things can happen with rapé. People can have extremely strong experiences. As I said, it can bring on purging. That's quite common, especially if you're new to rapé. It can make you nauseous. It can bring on a purge. But if that's what happens, then that's what's meant to happen. That's how the medicine works, and it's working through you. I hope you found that informative. That's rapé and the Tepi and Kuripe pipes that are used to blow the rapé. If you'd like some more information or you've got any questions, then feel free to just drop me an email at info@planetkambo.com, and I will see you in the next video.